What's going on, YouTube? It is so crazy to see that this past weekend at the Carta Magica Regionals, we got to see Katakuri take it all home and win a regional. Now, as some of you guys might know, I don't really like yellow as a deck overall. I don't really care for it. Honestly, the triggers piss me off, but it's really cool to see more variety go around and win. Especially having played in the tournament, I encountered so many different matchups in the tournament, having only faced two of the same decks twice. I faced Moria twice, and I also faced Katakuri twice. So considering that I played 10 rounds there, I feel like that is a ton of variety. But so in today's video, we're going to be going over one of the best Katakuri deck lists out there currently for OP06, and we're going to be talking to Jespin, who is a local to Washington and a good friend of ours here who has been on stream before. He ended up playing in the finals of Eggman's double win-a-box tournament last week, and so I hope that you guys can gain some insight into the Katakuri deck here and why it is so strong in this OP06 format. I hope that you guys enjoy the video, and let's get right into it. For those that don't know, this is Jespin right here. He is somebody that is from Washington. He plays at Zulus and all the local tournaments around in the area. He has been a Katakuri player, Katakuri diehard since when he first started the game. I still remember, man. I still remember playing in the just like that random Zulu. It was like a super small Zulus event that day, and it was a good time getting to meet him. And who would have thought that he would, a couple months later, that he would be here getting third. He got third place, but technically in our books, I would say second since he played in the finals. It just sucks how resistance works and stuff like that. So yeah, welcome in, Jessica.
It happens.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, nice to meet some of you. Some of you all may already know me. So just a disclaimer, this isn't 100% my list. For weeks now, I've been talking with Majin over Discord, just working out, different tacks and spices that we can work out to see, what works. Like, for example, he was running Hiyori's at first. I was running Sanji's at first. Tweaking out ratios and all that. And I think we came down to a list that we both agreed is pretty solid as a starting off point. And just shouts out to Majin. It wasn't 100% me. I humbly accept that he is a part of my success here with this list.
Hey man, that's how we all get to somewhere, right? It's even though this is a 1v1 game, it's without the help of all the other people around us, for sure.
Yeah, and let's see. Just summarizing the event, I ran into two red-purple laws the first two rounds, which is arguably one of my worst, Katakuri's worst matchups, just because of how aggressive it is. And even if you put the time to get rid of their board, if you don't have Gadatsus, it just overwhelm the shit out of you. And then the moment they drop Rages, they just fill up their hand. It's just a mess. Right, but typically the idea is you want to starve them, play Gadatsu, slow them down, and then once they're out of gas, fuck them up. Let's see. I ran into two Yamatos, round 3 and 4, which was, it's Yamato. I have nothing against the leader. It's just that I feel like I don't struggle too much with it. That's me personally. And then let's see, it was in Uta, which was a little scary at the end there because they had an 8-cost kid and I don't run 8-cost Katakuri, so I pretty much had to kill him before they got so much value from it. And I think that that 8-cost kid bought them like 3 turns. If it wasn't for that 8-cost kid, they would have been dead like much earlier. And then let's see, round 6, it was a Katakuri mirror. It was a Katakuri mirror, so I was happy that I was able to just kind of like, kata assertiveness, kata dominance. But no, he was a very cool guy. He was very chill, beginning to end. Loved playing with him. And then lastly, I ran into Ernesto, aka Awakened TCG in the finals. And to be fair, I don't know. I feel like had my deck just been a little more what it should have done, I could have probably had a chance. But I saw no triggers, and he popped my pedals turn 2. So at that point, I'm like, well, fuck. Well, there goes everything. No triggers, no bodies on board to stay. I'm fucked. And he just sweeped. So congrats to him for sure. Yeah.
Oh man! Before we get further, what are you currently using to for your setup that props the camera? in this top down view, I wonder.
Because of my camera, or because of my hand showing.
You know, yeah. No, how are you propping your camera in this top down view, dude?
Is it the Elgato?
Yep. There we go. Oh my god! Exclamation mark Elgato, you guys get some of the gear right there to help your setup here, because Jespen was able to play worry free. Didn't have to worry about his setup falling on him or anything like that, and it helped him make his way to the finals of the tournament. All right.
Of course, shout outs.
all right. Yeah. So let's see. What do you feel like you're compared to, especially in that Katakuri mirror match, right? You got to see the difference in your deck versus your opponent's deck, and so what do you feel like is extra special or different about your deck compared to others?
Let's just be honest here. I think most, like 90% of categories figured out. You're gonna see the usuals, the Okikus, the Peros, the Puddings, the Big Mom, 7 Moms, and whatnot. But there is room for spice. But I think more than anything, just talking with Majin, we realized that it's not so much spice, but just consistency. And I think this is a good baseline for consistency.
Okay, all right, let's see it.
So let's see. First, we start off with the 2Ks, and of course, you gotta have the 4 Amons. Just more often than not, it's strictly a 2K. But in those weird matches where they have a 2-cost blocker, it could come in clutch and just rest it. So multi-use 2K. Let's see. Then we have our the best and most broken trigger in the game, and 2K Bej. And all blinged out. That's why I wanted to do the cam deck list talk, because gotta have that bling. And Bej is cool. I'm proud to say though, out of all my games, I didn't have to be saved in life once. So I just want to make it clear that not once in that game did my life save me.
Yellow players trying to defend themselves. Like, bro, I didn't need Capone to win, man.
I did it. You can check that VOD. Those 6 games that I won, none of them, all of them were pretty much decisive, where I killed them before they can even go for game.
Okay.
And it wasn't like, and either I had counter in hands, or I just had it all set up. So it could, number one, it could save you. It's nutty, but I try not to rely on it. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, then I can at least tell myself I'm not relying on it.
Okay, nice.
Then we have for Satori, it's a 2K, but more importantly, it's a 5K body out of life. And the reason why it's so important to have these 5K bodies out of life is because the game plan of the deck right now is punish your opponent for swinging at you, and you want at least 1 or 2 bodies in the first 2 life, so that you could just immediately start turning them sideways and force your opponent to look at your board. And when they look at your board, you buy yourself time to drop your 7 mom and 10 moms comfortably. And the moment you drop 1 10 mom comfortably, it's pretty much done at that rate. So yeah, that's the game plan. Go aggressive, bodies out of life. They look at bodies in life. You buy time.
Okay. Bro, I haven't watched it yet, shit.
Going from 2Ks to, speaking of 5K bodies in life, we have the 4 Pero. There's not much to be said about this one. It's a body that it's hard to deal with. You can kill it, but more often than not, your opponent will get a card from it. And the only issue is that we run so many non-Big Mom cards in this deck that this whiffs a lot. So just FYI. But overall, good card. Your opponent always thinks twice about killing it, and if they ignore it, you just put more pressure. And if they ignore it, you just put so much pressure they end up losing before they can really respond to it.
That's why I just bounce it.
Yeah. Or that's true. You gotta bounce it or bottom deck it.
Just bounce it, bro.
You gotta bounce it or bottom deck it, but only decks that can do that right now are Sakazuki and maybe Reiju with the Niji.
This guy got the Ronaldo.
We have our 4 Sanjis. Same deal. It's a 5-cost body out of life, but it also has the added benefit of saving your ass. So if they see a Lost in Life comes out, it's a blocker, and they don't have Houndblade Suru or something, they're just fucked, or something to rest it.
Definitely.
It's pretty good. And then we have my favorite new edition of OP06, the Kikunojas. Such a good card. It is such a good card. Do you know how good it is to rush down your opponent, drop one of these or having this come out of life, and then they go, well, fuck, I can't kill it as Gecko or Piranha because they're just gonna fucking heal, and if they heal you, they just buy you more time to play Tenmon, and then they just put themselves in a hole that they can't get out of. Such a good card, dude. Like it's so. I had a game, I kid you not, where some guy just kind of gave up, and he just swung into my life, and the last 3 cards of my life were a Kikunojo, a Peros, and a Sanji.
That's yellow for you. That's fucking yellow for you, man. He don't need Capone in his life. He just got those 3, man.
Yeah, dude. So like, here's the only thing I don't like about this. In hand, it kind of sucks that it's an uncounter, and I don't like seeing this as the first card in my life or even the last 2, because typically the first card in your life, you won't have your opponent down to 3 life, so this will not come out. And typically, smart players will not swing at you under 2 life unless they're ready to go for game. So by then, this won't do anything. Like, yeah, you can play it, but unless your last card is a badge or something to stop them from going for game, you can't rely on this.
Fair.
Let's see. Then, of course, we have the non-body out of life cards. Of course, we gotta have our 4 puddings. I have a love-hate relationship with this card because it works so much this format. It's not even funny.
Yeah, I think Majin was saying 50% or something like that?
Yeah, it's something along those lines. It gives so much, but you have to run it because it finds the win conditions, which is basically like Big Mom, the Big Moms. And if you go first and you don't have a Pedals, it can also fetch you a Pedals. But overall, I don't know. Like, I love it when it finds Pedals turn 1. I hate it when it woofs.
Hey, that's the way it goes sometimes. 45%. Okay, whiffs 45% of the time.
Yep. And then we have 3 Gadatsus, and this is the only card I run through of. I'm even debating going 4 of just because how important it is in the bad matchups. So to be more exact, is against Gecko Moria and Red Purple Law, you funnily enough, you want to go first, and you want to see this on curve.
Okay.
So typically what happens is if you put Gecko Moria to go second, it's more awkward for them now because ideally they want to go first. They want to swing turn 2. They want to swing 6k Perona and then get so much value from that. Yep. But if you make them go second, it's just awkward. They have to swing 7k when they don't really have to. You usually take the first life. And on top of that, the next turn, whatever they play from Gecko, you can just pop it as Gadatsu.
Yep.
On curve, and then the next turn you go 7 Mom, and it's just so rough for them to get back from that. But same thing with Red Purple Law. If you're starting them out, this will pop almost everything on their deck except for Eustace Kid.
Thanks so much for the follow.
This is so good to just hold your tempo and not get overrun.
What? And so if you run 4 of them, what would you take out though?
One Onami.
Okay.
So next card is the Onami, but I've been talking to Majin a lot, and I guess him and I agree. This card is fucking nutty.
Yeah, dude, it's disgusting, man.
Dude, this card is so nutty.
Oh my god.
And I would rather have 4 Onami than 4 Gadatsus.
And this guy got 4 Altars. He already got the 4 Altars of it. Jeez.
Dude, that Magazoro paid when?
Oh, you sold your Magazoro?
Yeah, 1,400. This has Sunday of.
Oh my goodness. That's
we got we got the 4 Onami. And it's such a good card. And don't get me wrong, people who know me will tell you, Jose, you were talking shit about this card like before OP06 came out because you said, oh, if you want Thunderbolt in life, why not just run Thunderbolt? And I did say that, but I guess Margin opened my eyes. Margin opened my eyes and made me realize this card is good. And it's in life, it'll kill Bursalinos, it'll kill, 5 cost and under. And if you see it in your hand, it's good for going for game, and it's also good if you don't have pedals. You just drop Onami, go 7 face, and typically people will eat the 7.
Oh my god.
Typically people will eat the 7, but now since you're going Onami, they have to think twice about it. Do I really want to lose a card in life when it can possibly be a trigger or a card I need? And more often than not, they'll counter. Okay. It's a win-win. If they counter, you ate up their hand. If they don't counter, you basically made them go down alive, activate your Kikunojo, and you possibly made them lose a trigger or an important card to their game plan. It's so good. Actually, I did use it. I've used it once in the tournament to go for game. I think I went Onami 9k into life, trash their trigger because it was Yamato, so I didn't want to risk it. And then since I denied them the card and the trigger, it was easy for me to go 10k, 12k and go for game. So it's just so good.
Bro, let's pull another one for you today, Tom.
Rounding out here, we have the 7-mom. And some of you may be wondering, well, why don't you run 8-cost Katakuri, Fortress Yamato? I don't think Fortress Yamato is that scary if you just apply enough pressure. And on top of that, I think 8-cost Kid is the only card you really want to be 8-cost Katakuri in this format. But it doesn't really benefit you that much because, you know, let's say you have to heal yourself. There's not much in the deck you're going to want to heal yourself with unless it's Onami or Okiku. That's too niche to warrant running it. But anyway, 7-cost mom, really good. If you go first, dropping this on curve is disgusting as fuck. Something I like doing is I don't play her on 7. I will go aggressive my 7-dawn turn, put them at 1 life, and then my 9-dawn turn, I will drop this, force them to either trash or heal, and then use my last 2 dawn to go 7k and something else on board, just to keep the pressure up. And if they somehow defend it, next turn I'll drop a 10-bomb.
Yep. Yep, that's goddamn yellow.
I think something people who are newer to Katakuri should learn is learning how to set up your opponent. Like make them think, oh, he's gonna go face. I must protect my face. I must block. I must give him life, whatever. And then typically smart players will just eat the life and deny you value from 7-mom and 10-mom and just block her up. That's typically what we want to do. But, people who get scared of the pressure will hold up a life, hold up 2 life, and then you just 10-mom it later. Mm-hmm. And that's just hard to come back from.
Thank you for the follow, Turtle.
The only reason I'm running Katakuri, this card gives me so much joy. It's 10-mom, Big Mom. 10 costs Big Mom.
This card gives me so much joy, he said.
There's nothing funnier than seeing the disappointment in my opponent's face when I drop one of these, much less 2 or 3. It is so funny. I feast off the saw of my opponents.
That's fucked up, bro. Oh my
and
God.
I don't know, it's just funny. I think the only reason Katakuri is so viable right now, other than being super aggressive, is having access to this card. And if this card was not limited to Big Mom Pirates, it would be banned 100%. I could see that.
Wait, what? Somebody said that card is censored on your screen? Wait, what do you mean?
Which card?
Censored?
Censored? What the fuck? Anyways, I run 2 of the OP3 altars and 2 of the SPs by choice. I like this altar a lot because it embodies how the fear instills on people when they see it drop. It's so good.
Like from Japanese? Oh my God.
And then let's see. Lastly, we'll have the events, and these events are nutty. This format, like actually, we run 23 non-counters. 23 fucking non-counters. That's a lot of non-counters. These 0-cost events just rounded out nicely. And it actually did work for me in this tournament. There was a turn when Yamato went 9k banish with leader, and I had exactly enough counter because of this card. So I went this, a Perospero, and a 2k to get out of that.
Woo. Nice.
It was, and the funny thing is, if that attack would have landed, they would have trashed Peros and a Kikonojo.
Woo. Okay.
And those 2 cards were the reason why I got through. So pretty good. And then, of course, everyone knows that Mario. This card's dumb as fuck, but it's pretty good.
3 of them. Three
Yeah.
of them, though.
Just because I feel like this is more consistent than Reject. I run 2 Rejects.
Okay.
I was originally running 3, but since we're running so many non-counters, I just didn't want to see more of this.
Mm-hmm.
I think 2's enough to find it if you need it. And more often than not, you don't need it. But if you do have it, having Reject the Mario as a combo is the dumbest thing. I think I have a clip. You've seen it, the clip on my Twitch where I just Reject double Mario this guy and I got rid of 3 blockers and killed him. So gross.
Oh my God. You don't want to run 4-4 with it being such a nasty combo?
Nah, I think you could rely on it, but if you do that, you're just gonna be bricking up so much, it's not even it's not worth it. I think there's just so many other good cards to run that are more consistent. And relying on Reject Amaru as a combo is just don't get me wrong, it's very good, but you're gonna end up with like no counters in hand, and you're gonna get fucked because this deck crumbles to aggression. And if you don't have counters in hand, you're gonna be eating life when you shouldn't, and your opponent's gonna call you out and kill you. You know. And the last thing you want to do is give your opponent the confidence to go for life, because again, you want to drop you want to apply enough pressure and buy yourself enough time to drop 10 mom. And yeah.
Cabeza actually was running this exact same playlist last night when he won my community tournament. He says, that's crazy, man. Chair, thanks so much for the 5 months, bro.
Yeah, shouts out to Margin. We worked
always
really hard on it, and
send questions away.
I'm glad of how it performed.
Drop your questions.
I think I played it like 95%. I played it really well, close to optimally. And I think for people who saw the finals, there was a turn where I could have dropped 7 mom instead of going like 6k pedals, 6k with pudding and pedals. But by then, I think what people couldn't see is I knew my last 2 life were shit. So I kind of had to Hail Mary, try to get him to 1 and then hope to draw a reject. So I kind of gave up at that point, and I'm like, well, fuck, I'm cooked. My last 2 life is like an Amand and a 7 mom. I need to go for a Hail Mary here, and if it somehow works out, I can kill him. But without a doubt, I'm going to lose here if I don't try.
So what you were saying? Was it Red Purple Law is one of your hardest matchups, or what do you feel like is the hardest matchup for this deck?
Gecko. Gecko's pretty rough.
All right. And then what about versus Sakazuki then?
I think Margin and I agree that it's like evenish, right, Margin?
Okay.
Like evenish.
So what, 50-50 against Saka, and then what, 40-60 against Moria?
Yeah, around there. Because I guess the only thing you can really do against Gecko Moria is go first, have Gedatsu pedals, Gedatsu 7 mom on curve, and hope that your life has some bodies to fight back the aggression and the value that Gecko gets. And
so do you feel like also Gecko's 5 life versus Sakazuki's 4 life is?
Yeah, it is rough, because I've had a lot of Geckos deny me like Kikunojos, because like they'll take the first life. Sometimes they'll leave I think the plan with Gecko is to take 2 life aggressively to deny them Gedatsu value. But even then, it's just rough, because if Kikunojos in their first 2 life, I most likely will not proc it.
And yes, so no 8-drop Katakuri, you guys, for this. It's actually becoming more of a norm now, right? I believe more Katakuri decks do not run it, or maybe they run like, I don't know, 2, 1. I don't even know, dude.
If you are gonna run 1, I would run no more than 1. I would run 3 7 mom, 1 8 cost Katakuri, but I wouldn't run 2. 2 is way too much. 1 maybe if you feel like your locals are like stacked with like Utas and Fortress Yamatos. Maybe I think 1's enough.
Okay. So yeah, 8 cost Katakuri, more of an Enel card.
And I agree. I agree with Margin. Not even 1, but if you had to, max 1.
Okay. You're happy if more people play yellow as a Moria player? Yeah, play Katakuri, you guys. Play Katakuri, man. Oh my god. But yeah, if anybody else has any more questions, let us know. And no, it's actually it's really, really cool to see some more of the local players here in Washington make a name for our scene here, because I feel like not a lot of people know about Washington. So yeah. How you deal with Kid is go first, drop 7 drop before they can play Kid on 8. Okay.
And that's a lot of pressure for them.
Okay.
Because
Zoro
you can
out of have you played against Zoro?
I don't know. Zoro's kind of like interesting, because he can be super aggressive, and it's now that you mention it, it is kind of a rough matchup. But so long as you don't get super unlucky, just seeing Gedatsu, seeing bodies in life, you should be able to match their aggression and stay on top of it. Because again, the goal is against more aggressive decks is be more aggressive and force them to look at your board. And if they die, you don't care. You'll just drop 7 mom, 10 moms, and you'll move on with your life.
Okay. They said what were your last 4 cards that were characters again in the list? They said it costed 10 Don, but they don't know what it is exactly. It costed $10. What could that card be, MJ?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, dude.
You mean the scary moms? Or yeah, here we go.
Wait, yeah, and
10 moms?
the manga Zoro didn't pay for 2 more SPs? What?
I didn't want 2 more SPs. I could get them, but I want to have 2 and 2.
Oh, okay. Is Kata into Perona highly favored for Kata?
I think it is.
Okay.
Like, don't get me wrong, if the player is really good, they can definitely even out the playing field. But just overall, I think the value you get, like, typically, so it's kind of like this. Any deck that plays slow will crumble to back-to-back 10 months. So if they play slow, that's fine. I will just poke at you, get cards out of hand, and then before you know it, 10 mom, 10 mom, 10 mom, 10 mom, and then they can't do shit about that.
Ugly, bro. Fucking ugly, man.
But I think the only thing you have to watch out for is just playing around the 10 cost Dofi, and you should be fine.
Okay. Yeah, as a Perona player, that shit feels impossible to win. Okay. Oh, we need to redo everything for Daniel. run back the whole interview here. Oh my god.
Hello, my name is Jespen. No, I'm kidding.
But no, I appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot, Jespen.
Yeah, no, and I also stream every other day. I try to. So if you guys have more questions or want to see me get bodied and ranked on the sim, you know, I do that.
Yes, and it was just Jespen's birthday the other day, correct?
March 5th.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. There we go. Bro, we see the OBS right there. Let's go.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, you guys can click right above there. All right, Jespen35. Go check him out, you guys.
Devil's Death, thank you for the follow.
Right there. They said how much for coaching?
Honestly, here's an offer free for right now, free. Just because I have no coaching experience. So if you guys want to do my lab rats, free.
Oh my god. Oh, they said now do it in Espanol.
Ok, buenos días, me llamo José. Hoy vamos a jugar con Katakuri. Es mi líder favorito de este set. Empezamos con Teresa Marus. Es una carta muy buena.
Oh my god, yeah. W's for that, you guys. Hungry says that how are you gonna ask him to give you the Washington Kata King title when it's not even your deck list?
Fuck you, Hungry.
Oh my
so
god.
For those who don't know, there was one tournament where Hungry and I both went like 3-0 as Zulus, and I guess because of whatever reason he got first and I got third, and ever since he's been holding it over my head.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, so that's interesting because most katas don't run 8 cost anymore, but then the 8 cost kata is still pretty high in price. Is that?
Yeah.
That's interesting to see.
It's because 8 cost category has more value in NL, 100%.
But we don't even see as many NLs anymore. I see a lot of people hopping off the NL train.
Nah, this format category is better than NL, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think not versus each other, but just overall against the meta of Gecko, Sakazuki, Yamato. I think category does better, fares better into it. And but here's the thing though, OP7 NL is nutty, borderline T0 type of nutty.
Yep. I remember encountering that in Japan, man. It's crazy. It was what was it? 3 0 cost events? Is it 3?
2. I think 2 is enough.
2.
Oh, yeah, no, and I forgot to mention about zero cost event is it's really good when you use category effect to look at your life and you put it at the bottom. Oh, it's such a good feeling. And I think another element to category is having a good poker face. Just look at your life, don't make a big deal about it, and put it at the bottom. And now they have to be scared. Is it a bear? Is it a Maru? When in reality, it's a 7 cost Big Mom, and I'm fucked. That actually happened to me versus my kid against Red Purple Law. I had 5 cards in hand, all of them were non-counter, and I had like no life. I moved both of my life and they were shit. So I'm like, man, if this fucker goes for game, I'm cooked.
Oh my god, dude.
You gotta hold a straight face and make it seem, be authoritative as if you have the nuts in life. Sometimes you do, but you can't rely on it.
Holy shit, man. But hey, thank you, Jespen. It was
Yeah, of
awesome.
course.
Awesome that the other people in the community get to meet you. Some of you guys might have seen him already from like the IRL stream from a couple weeks ago and from the Zulu streams. But yeah, man, good shit, bro. Congratulations
Yeah.
once again, and go win a big tournament next.
Good, I know, I know. I haven't had the chance to properly, I guess, participate in a regional, so I'm excited for to go, to get swept this weekend and the weekend after.
Hey, let's go, bro. Let's go. Hopefully, we don't have to play each other.
Hopefully, I do. Yeah, but
Oh,
just
God.
as a last disclaimer, I think maybe they're kidding for the coaching, but if anyone was unironically thinking about it, I'm more than happy to just give it a try for free to see if it's worked or not. And yeah,
There we go. Hit up Jespin, you guys. Hit him up. Go follow him. Good shit, brother. Good shit.
yeah,
Good
thank
shit,
you.
man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I will talk to you later, and yeah, good luck on Sunday.
Thank you, man.
Yep.
Take care.
Peace. All right, that is the end of the video right here. If you guys have watched the whole thing and enjoyed it so far, make sure you guys go hit that like button. Go comment down below. Let me know how you guys are doing. Let me know what you thought about the video. And as always, good luck in your guys' matches. Good luck in the locals, store championships, regionals, whatever it might be. Stay winning, and I'll see you guys in the next one.